Howdy and welcome to another episode of Breaking the Seal. If you like ravioli, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you like going to Taco Bell at 3 a.m. when you're really tired but you really want something good to eat, you're going to load up on everything that they got on the menu, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Now, both of those probably sound like they have nothing to do with each other, but I'm going to prove you wrong. Because what I've got today is a Broken Seal episode. I'm going to be transparent with you. This is a Broken Seal episode, and it's been taking me way too long to get to this. This is Trix Loaded. What? This is so bizarre. There are actually other loaded cereals out there. I, quite frankly, don't even remember what they are. First of all, this thing is fascinating looking. You're going to see this box, you're going to be like, whoa, I got to get me one of those. I got to try that. The second thing you're going to notice when you're in the checkout line, this thing is like $8. Holy smokes, dude. I know we're in some kind of inflation territory right now, and the feds are working on that interest rate kind of thing, but $8 for a box of cereal, family size? Bruh. That's really stretching it. But this is a unique cereal, so I guess that's how they're justifying it, by having ravioli loaded Trix cereal. Anyways, you're living cereal rich. Probably because you gotta be rich to buy this thing. Show us how you live cereal rich at livinloadedcereal.com. For some reason, that font is somewhat difficult for me to read. You could have done a better one, but this is quite the look. If I had a bowl like that, I would be spilling milk everywhere, quite honestly. That seems like a very poor choice of cereal to mouth medium. The spoon looks justifiable. Spoon is fine. I'm pretty sure I've seen that spoon in somebody's house. I might have to make a bowl out of a Burger King crown. Which, by the way, last time I went to one, you can just ask for Burger King crowns and they'll just give it to you whether it's your birthday or not. So, cool little hack there. So we're going to set that up. This ain't going to really stand up on its own. We're going to start with that like that. Let's take a look at what the actual cereal looks like. What? That's pretty wild. Now, it's pretty big. I would call this about the same size as your standard Cinnamon Toast Crunch square, but it's loaded. It's thick. It's got that ravioli look to it. It's also got a lot of dust in there. I mean, like, look at all that dust. I am doing a terrible job of representing that on the camera. This is fascinating. I might have a bias already because my wife says that she does not much care for this cereal. She considers this to be the Tutti Frutti flavored Home Depot brand of insulation that you put behind your drywall. So you could take that as it is. Which is why it's still here. Because she hasn't finished it all. Oh dear. Let's go ahead and give that a taste. I've had this before. I've definitely tasted something like this a long time ago. I really don't remember what it is. It's almost like an encased Oreo, I want to say. Although it is fruity, which is unusual. I do feel like I see the appeal of this, but is this gonna hold up when milked? That's the real question. And the only way you can milk this is with South Mountain Creamery. Capiche? Caposh. Get it? Got it? Good. This is what we do. So we're gonna let that sit for a little bit. Oh gosh. Is Trix one of those ones that goes bad really quickly in the milk? I can't quite remember. It's been a while since I've had Trix. It's not usually my go-to cereal. We're learning together here, folks. You're in for the same ride that I am, and this is difficult to mix already. Other cereals, wow, look at that. Other cereals, you go to mix that, and you're going to get a spoonful. You can bring it up. You get something. This is bringing up, like, the entire canopy of Trix loaded. Good night. That is something else. You know what this reminds me of? The Oreo sticks that you dip in the cream, the little snack sticks where typically you get like a tiny little baguette and some really lame cheese and you dip that together, but then they made a much superior one, which is little Oreo baguettes, and you dip that in the Oreo cream and it's absolutely delicious. That's what this reminds me of. This could also be a little stale. I don't know how effective this truly is, but I'm going to say it did quite all right. Wow, there's dust on both sides of that. Keep that in mind. You're going to get more dust. Yeah, I think I can confidently say you're getting more dust in this box than you are in other typical cereals. Oh. There's a lot going on in there. The first thing I noticed is this thing is already goopy. This has 0 lifetime in the milk. I should have just taken a bite right away, but I didn't. Whatever. You bite into it, you got some real soggy, crummy Trix that you're dealing with. All of a sudden, you get all the cream that comes through. And that cream is really saving this cereal. Like, it's doing wonders right now. If it was just Trix in these big squares, I don't know. The fruity flavor is really taking a backseat to just, I guess, the brand cereal, the crunchy, whatever. What kind of stuff is this made of? I gotta figure out what cereal is actually made of. I don't know what I'm eating. I'm eating all these preservatives. I'm not gonna be able to have children in 7 years ago because I've been eating cereal. The cream comes through and it's really great. And then you also have some of the insoluble bits. You're probably like, Jake, what are you talking about? You know when you're eating cereal and it's been sitting in the milk for a while and you're going to go take a bite out of it and there's still these little crunchy pieces in there? That's what I'm talking about. There's quite a few of that in there, so even though it's soggy, then you get that cream and then you get a little bit of crunch mixed into it. And quite honestly, that's pretty good. But at the same time, I could just be eating Oreos. I feel like Trix Loaded here is definitely trying to do something innovative and neat that can be done better by a different product in a totally different universe that we're going on here. Because well, you know what, not even. Oreo's technically just big cereal. Just like big Cheez-Its are the superior Cheez-Its, Oreos are a superior version of Trix Loaded. Even though they're not fruity flavor, you're really not getting a lot of fruit flavor out of it. You take that Oreo, you dip it in milk, it's cereal. Cookies are cereal, okay? That is the official stance on this channel, and you're going to abide by it. I'm holding you accountable. That's all I've got to say on this one, and I will see you all on the next one.